But yeah, folks, we're about to start soon. The game countdown has started.
Yep, there we go. There's the countdown.
Let's go.
Okay, game's loading. So
You go first, Panoramic.
Crash.
Okay.
Don't worry. It has happened to us like last time when the server overloaded. It's like, oh man, the one time.
Actually, that happened last season as well.
Yeah, it was actually surprising. Everyone went click go and everything froze, and it's like, wait, what happened here?
Oh man, it's not ideal when the server gets overloaded because there's so much good competitive gameplay going on. Honestly.
Oh, this is true. But, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to start off with the first battle for the night for Season 15 for King of the Sea for Asia server. So, hold on to your seats, grab your popcorn,
Hold on to your horses,
and
get
whatever
ready.
you like.
Spinning.
Spinning.
Round around the ring, a rosy.
And we blame Camo for this later.
Why later? We can do it right now.
Yeah.
5 minutes
Your
later.
fault,
That's
Camo.
Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Ooh.
Go ahead, Panoramics,
that
and
line
Ian,
up.
to you.
You go first,
Yeah.
Panoramics.
Oh, show us
he
those
was-
interesting ships.
Yeah, he was bringing the Montana, Kremlin, Des Moines, Stalingrad, Henry IV, Napoli, Gearing, and Double Delny. Ooh, interesting lineup.
What about you, the one?
Okay, for heels, we've got the Ohio, Conqueror, Des Moines, Stalingrad, Napoli. Oh, here we go. The Chimikaze, Delany, Daring, and a Ragnar. So yes, I'll admit it, I am wrong. There's 4 DDs. I apologize.
It's all good. So, -1S. I'm just going to call him -1S, I think, instead of TSUKI. Versus Heal. Now, this is going to be an interesting one. I'm loving the... I will admit, it's been growing on me again in competitive. Like, would have thought, hey, maybe it's not the greatest for competitive, but it's been growing on me after seeing King of the Sea. Chimikaze, man. I mean, we've seen some absolutely fantastic gameplay with this ship so far. And, well, players have actually been doing such a fantastic job of utilizing it. Particularly, I guess we've seen a couple games on this map now where I believe people obviously running, say, the RPF skill have been able to get some fantastic blind torpedoes onto people. I mean, there was a couple games the other day, I think, where we saw people were able to get some, what's it called? Blind torpedo dev strikes against people, and that was amazing to see.
That is very true. On Heel's side, it looks like that the Delny is going loosely towards Charlie, and they have one of the other Delnys accompanied by the Napoli, Montana, going hard towards Decap. Now, it's going to be interesting to see what's going on over here. It's like there's a hard push going on towards A with the gearing Des Moines, Henry. I haven't seen a Henry in ages in KOTS.
It's been a while since we've seen Stalingrad as well, I should say, in King of the Seas. I don't think we've seen one yet.
Yeah,
well, we have.
Oh, hang on. Delny's been spotted. Shots coming out from the Ohio. Oh, no, he's not been spotted. It's been the Stalingrad that got spotted. Shots out. He's gonna dodge. I think he'll be fine.
Yeah.
He's fine. But look at the way this Delny's playing. He's gone really hard, really aggressive into the center of Charlie here. Now, that's not something we've been seeing a lot of lately. It's been more of a case of teams trying to play that nice and safe, where they're staying on the edge of the cap instead of committing. That's a very, very bold play from the Delny, trying to commit himself into that island because he doesn't leave himself much room to actually escape.
The Shimikaze and the Delny are having a bit of cross shots with each other right now, so yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, that Delny's actually done himself pretty good, tucking himself right in against the island, trying to stay as safe as he possibly could. However, now that he's tried to run, he's actually just copped a big salvo there from the Stalingrad.
And he's done the right thing by done the right thing by dosing the injure boost and hauling ass away from that right now.
Ooh, that was a big hit from the Ohio on the Napoli.
Yeah.
Good stuff just before he went dark. However, Shimikaze has launched torpedoes, at least roughly in the direction of both the Delny and the Napoli, so curious to see if that Napoli is going to eat anything. Meanwhile, taking a look over near the Alpha Cap, Gearing's actually going quite forward aggressively, so got to be careful he doesn't get caught out by either the Napoli or the Delny. but I think at the moment he's looking all right. That does look like they're going to want to push that, though, from heel with both the Des Moines and the Henry. They're wanting to really push around the 1-2 line, and I think try and take the advantage where they can. Shots coming out from the Conqueror. Are they going to hit the Henry? Nope, he's dodged those successfully.
It's actually interesting to see how both teams are reacting to each other. It's like whenever one attacks, one defends. The other team attacks, the other team defends. It's actually a bit of a stalemate between each other. So it's ooh.
Radar in the center here against this daring. Is he going to get absolutely chunked? Doesn't look like it. Oh, then again, shots from Montana coming in. Oh, and they will miss the daring. Unfortunate for the heel side there.
One thing I'm very impressed about is that how both teams have positioned their battleships. Like the Montana and Ohio on either team are positioned opposite each other between the Charlie and Delta Cap. And that is actually very good positioning and angling on both sides.
Hang on, I think it's important, though, in talking about battleships, to take a look at what's going on over here on the AB side of things. Kremlin pushing up really aggressively into this center island here in F3.
Yeah, you're right.
Couple torpedoes there on the Conqueror. Fantastic torpedoes by the gearing. He's actually lost he's down to like half his health. This is not good for -1S here, or TSUKI in this situation. Because, well, they've got a Conqueror that's now on half his hit points. And they're coming up against a push of 4 different enemy ships, possibly even with support from the Stalingrad and Delny coming across. So I'm not really looking forward to this kind of a shove here. If I'm on the receiving end, this is not going to be good to be fighting against. And he's on double fire now, and I think he's still flooding. So, that's not an ideal situation whatsoever. Yeah, look at that. This Conqueror is absolutely like taking a huge amount of damage here. He's already down to 15,000 hit points, which is terrible start in a Conqueror of all ships.
That
9k.
That TSUKI is really, Conqueror is really hurting. Big time.
Yeah,
I can
fantastic
see it.
smoke by the gearing there to be smoking up the Des Moines. However, he is just a bit too close to the Delny, so he's been spotted. But I don't think he really cares. He's really just trying to put the work in, try and nail this Conqueror before he can get safe. Conqueror's on 3,000 hit points. He's got another 22 seconds until his heal comes back up. Is he going to survive this? I highly doubt it.
Well, we're about to find out in a second here, unless they're going to take a blind fire shot. But it looks like it's not going to happen, so...
Oh, yeah. Looks like Conqueror's going to get away. He just managed to get out of range and go dark from those enemy ships. Good on the Conqueror player. So, still keeping himself alive in the fight, and now he's just popped his super heal. We're going to watch himself reprint an entirely new ship. So he's going to be all right. Meanwhile, on the reverse, if we take a look at the C and D cap, TSUKI's actually managed to capture not only Charlie, but they're pushing really aggressively here and towards the D point.
As I was saying, it's like earlier, it's like one side's going to flank, the other one's going to push. And so this is interesting to see how they're reacting. I think that TSUKI or -1S is going to probably, flank themselves, like from the 1 and 2 line and regroup right towards behind C with the people in C helping them to repel that attack. Maybe. It's a possibility.
I like what TSUKI has done here. In response to this massive push on the AB side, they've actually just decided, look, if they're committing quite a fair few ships over there, let's try and push back in and try and take control of those caps and keep this circular motion happening. Where if they're pushing on one side of the map, we're going to push on their opposite side of the map. And in doing so, they've actually got 3 of the cap circles now, which is fantastic for them because it's really starting to put the pressure onto heel here in this situation. Yes, they might be down hit points wise, but they're doing all right in terms of position and in terms of control so far. They've got complete control of that D point. They've got I would say a fairly neutral stance on the C point, but they do have a daring nearby. And they've got a decent presence over here on Bravo. Still keeping the Conqueror alive in the game is absolutely huge. And they've brought the Ragnar back to try and stop any potential caps of, Bravo from this gearing. Speaking of this gearing, he is, probably going to come into range of this Ragnar very, very shortly. And that's not going to be fun if you're in his shoes. Yeah. There he is. There's the radar.
Right off the bat. But the gearing is kiting away and running right now. And just made it.
just gone out of range and he's just gone dark already straight away. However, he is going to have eaten quite a fair bit of damage from this blind fire just before he went dark. So that's not ideal for him. Not at all.
He actually was very, very ambitious to get that Conqueror again. Did you notice that his Torps is on his way to the Conqueror again? It's just unreal.
He's desperate to get rid of the Conqueror, but I'm not sure if those torpedoes. I'm not sure if those torpedoes are going to hit because it looks like the Conqueror is just going to keep sailing well and truly out of range with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless the Conqueror does a full U-turn, I doubt they're actually going to hit him.
True.
Gearing's reversing back into cap now, try and see if we can start flipping that, but especially since the Ragnar has used his radar.
So it looks like Heel's really gone all in to take out B cap, and they're still hanging in there. But at the moment, not much is happening over towards D at this stage.
One thing I must say though, this is a very, very positional game yet so far. We're 9 minutes into the game. Not a single ship has been lost yet on either side. This is all purely about positions, purely about trying to get those cap circles. So I'm still curious to see what Heel is going to do here because they've got to start making some kills happen now. Otherwise, they're going to lose on points because they're down. There's only 1:50 left on the clock here. If they don't start getting those points and start getting those kills, yeah, this game's not going to turn out too well for them because I don't really see how they're going to get into C or D to actually stop those points bleed.
Yeah, I mean, like, this Ragnar is literally, with the injured boost, literally hammering with HE on that Kremlin and trying to burn it down as much as he can. Torps are going in towards Kremlin. Will he dodge those Torps?
Yeah, he successfully dodges those, easy peasy. But it's still not enough, though. Like, Heel here absolutely needs to make some kills happen, and it's just not looking like that's going to be happening. I'm not sure whether they're even going to find an easy kill, because, well, TSUKI is playing this extremely, extremely well. And they're just staying completely safe, not letting themselves get exposed in any different kind of position. Apart from this Napoli here, but he's a Napoli. He's incredibly durable, and he's still got his smoke available, so if he needs to go dark, he just pops his magic smoke button, runs away, and he's going to be completely fine. But 40 seconds left on the clock, and I really don't see how this is going to turn out in Heel's favor whatsoever.
Ohio on the TSUKI team is doing the right thing by fighting away. He's being focused fine on reversing, and he's taking...
Well, speaking of which, Monty pushing into the C-cap. He's trying to do something here, but he's just getting absolutely... focused now from all directions, from both this Daring and this Ohio. I think this kill has got to happen on this Ohio in the next 40 seconds. Otherwise, this is it's going to be game over. Torpedoes coming in from the Delny.
Looks like you might cop 2.
Looks like it's going to be 2. That might work, especially now that he's on 30 hit points.
That's desperation.
13,000 hit points. This kill has got to happen in the next 20 seconds if they still want to have a chance of staying in this game.
Look at that secondary gunfire. It's like impressive, the sound effects right there.
Shots out from the Ohio. Is that enough to finish the Monty? It doesn't.
Ooh, ricochet.
Kill's got to happen in the next 5 seconds. 3.
2.
Okay, that puts him back in. That was 2 seconds left on the clock there. That was nearly game over, but well done to Heel for shutting him down. But is it going to be enough, though? Because they've got to keep the Monty alive for what little time they've got left. It's not looking good for him. However, he has managed to stick it out. Conqueror, big HE salvo incoming towards this Montana. Is he going to be able to dodge this?
It's actually interesting.
He sets him on fire. Ooh, that's not good whatsoever, especially considering he doesn't have a heal and he doesn't have his damage control at the ready.
Torps are going towards the Napoli on over in D-Cap, and then Demoy and the Shimakaze working toe-to-toe together against that. And
hang on. Monty's going to go down here. If he goes down, this is going to be game over. 3, 2, 1. Gone. Game over. And that's a great first win there to TSUKI.
Or -1S.
Yeah. Fantastic stuff, fellas. Well done. Let's switch back to this camera. Oh.
That is actually very well played for both teams. That was some great aggressive gameplay for both sides.
100%. It was fantastic to see. Why is my camera going a bit funky?